So something I wanted to make a video about is the current state of anime reviews, and why most of them are awful. I have an MAL account, or MyAnimeList, call me cringe if you want, but I use it to keep track of anime I want to watch and anime I've completed. It's a really handy thing for someone like me who watches a shit ton of anime, but the reviews there fucking suck actual ass cheeks. And that's not to mention everything else there that sucks, like the bandwagoning, awful representation for obscure anime, toxicity levels, etc. But this is about reviews, specifically anime reviews. I'll also be, talking a little about like, not just anime reviews, but like also, I'm gonna start talking about anime reviews for the first part of the video. And for the second part, I want to talk about my issues with Anitubers or anime YouTubers. So probably my biggest issue with reviews on MyAnimeList is that they never know what the fuck they're talking about. The amount of times I've read a top tier reviews, whatever the plural is, and thought to myself, did we watch the same anime, is insane. I'm not talking about a difference in opinion, that's completely different. I don't remember every single one, but the first example I can think of is a review of Slime 300. Now, I loved Slime 300. It was a solid 8 out of 10 for me. It was a good show. But the reviewer I'm talking about right now, I won't mention his name, I'm not gonna point fingers, criticized it for being too boring. The thing is, literally in the first episode of the anime, if not the first few minutes, the main character states that she wants to live a monotonous, relaxing life. So the issue is, this guy is criticizing a fundamental aspect of the anime that's established in the first episode. They literally gave him every chance they could to leave. It wouldn't be Slime 300 without that aspect. But he thought it was bad, so he gave the show a bad review. To me, that comes off as disingenuous, I believe is the right word. Disingenuous, dishonest, or extremely ignorant of what you're reviewing. And I don't think that's good, because you're turning people away from the anime. If you're gonna review something, I think you should have a solid grasp on the show or whatever form of media that you're reviewing, because these shows really, ratings, they matter. Even though I look at my anime list, I look at the top 30, I'm like, none of this shit matters. It does matter to the studio. To me, it doesn't matter, but to the studio, it does matter. And rambling aside, that was a top review. It wasn't just like some review I read at the bottom of the fucking barrel. It's literally one of the top reviews. I believe it's the top 4. It's like criticizing Attack on Titan for not having a comedic value. It's just strange. At some point, you need to realize that the show it's just not for you. If someone wants to criticize Slime 300 for having boring animation, bland character designs, or whatever, go for it. I don't care. I have no issue with that. But the monotony is a core aspect of the show and of Azusa's character, in my opinion. One of my favorite shows from this year, actually, This Healer is Annoying, went through the same issue of being misunderstood. I saw a lot of people criticizing the storyline for some reason, and like the world building and the animation of all things. The show is a show that is based heavily on comedy. The foundation is comedy, the housing is comedy, that everything is comedy. You can criticize the bad jokes if you want. You can say they're not funny, go ahead and go for that. But to criticize the show for not having Attack on Titan level of world building and fucking writing and shit like that, that's just insane. That's not what the show is trying to do, and I don't think it's fair to criticize it for something it's not trying to do. Also, I forgot to mention while I was recording, but this is added post. I think anime fans and epic gamers, they have I swear to fucking god, they have the highest output of pessimistic perspectives. Is that wrong to say? I don't think it's wrong to say. But I feel like, especially anime fans, they always go after everything. I've never seen such a we hate everything attitude. I think they have the highest percentage of pessimistic people. On the flip side, you have poorly written messes like your name sitting at the top 30 just because the animation is good. Also, for anyone that does this, no one cares about your 2-paragraph long anecdotes that your English teacher convinced you to write before starting every essay. Dog, just give me the review. I'm here to read a review, not to read some shit about oh, do you remember your childhood? Oh, well, okay, dog, I don't give a fuck. Just tell me why the anime is good or why it's bad. And this is the part of the video. I'm gonna cut this and put this in the front of this video. This is the part of the video where I stop talking about anime reviews and start talking about Anitubers specifically. Because I don't know if Gigguk qualifies as an anime reviewer. I really don't. I don't watch enough of his shit. I'm not gonna act like I do. Here's possibly the most popular anime YouTuber, Anituber, on the internet. This guy right here. I don't like his videos. I'm not a huge fan of his videos. I've seen some of his videos, and the ones I've seen turned me off. This video in particular, which I'm gonna watch right now, I thought it'd be fun to do. First of all, let's take a look at the videos he uploads. His seasonal anime in a nutshell videos are all like dog shit. All the thumbnails are fucking stupid. And the reason why I think they're stupid is because they all have shit that he knows is gonna be trending. Spike's Family, this fucking shit. What's that, Demon Slayer, I believe? He'll never have a show that goes under the radar. I mean, I'll address the pandering thing because I don't think it's completely bad, especially from the creator's perspective. I don't think pandering like this is completely awful. I just wanna She Wants to Suck You. He knows what he's doing with that title. Chainsaw Man video, as if like a million people haven't made videos on that yet. Cyberpunk anime. Arcane video. Best of Anime 2021. Mushoku Tensei, JoJo's, Nagatoro, and Komi in the thumbnail. I think I made my point. These videos, and I'd assume, I'm gonna assume he works hard on them. He probably does. He probably does work. He's probably working harder than I am on this video. Here's another one. VTubers has Coco and Corone in the thumbnail, of course, because who gives a fuck about every other VTuber, right? Best Waifu of 2020 has Rent a Girlfriend in the thumbnail. You know, Demon Slayer. Okay. Here's what I always wanted to ask this guy, and any like Anituber that does this shit. Do you watch anime? Or do you watch anime that's popular? What kind of anime are you watching? Interspecies reviewers, good fucking lord, this guy. My nigga, I don't think anyone will sleep on Vinland Saga, to be honest. Here's this video. Attack on Titan is incredible now. Attack on Titan's always been fucking great. It's always been great. This is the only video of his I can agree with, and it's because it has Senko in the thumbnail. These other two, that's another bait. There's the zombie rap. I actually like Zombieland Saga. I just hate that people only know it for the fucking the rapping part, because there's so much more to it than that. I already know what video I'm gonna watch. We're gonna do a challenge. When this guy says something wrong, I'm gonna stop watching the video.
Guys, are you ready? Are you ready for the hottest take of all time? I don't think you're actually ready, so just brace yourself, alright? You like your character, you get beaten the fuck up. You say you don't like your character, you get beaten the fuck up. You say a show is
I hate this editing style so much.
You will get a hit put on you and pay the consequences.
Is that fucking Blood-Starving Beast music?
That you've brought upon the world. And then you get beaten the fuck up. So,
oh, there's JoJo's.
I just watched the new Demon Slayer.
Let's see what he says about it.
Yep, I'm gonna be a normie today and talk about Demon Slayer, but before that, I'd like to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor.
Dog, forgive me for making assumptions because I'm ignorant, but looking at your thumbnails, you're a normie every day. You're a normie 24/7, 365 days a year. What are you talking about being a normie today? What are you talking about, dog?
Square Enix and Nier Reincarnation. Nier Reincarnation is the
Skip
first
this fucking
mobile
shit.
entry to the
Gives a fuck about Nier.
Thank you to Square Enix.
Replicant was fucking garbage.
Season 1, episode 19 broke the internet. The manga sold like a bajillion more volumes and the top grossing anime movie of all time.
For some reason.
Here in Japan.
I don't even like Your Name or Spirited Away that much, but Demon Slayer should not be higher than Your Name or Spirited Away. Yes, I don't like Demon Slayer. I think it's flashy animation, the anime. That's all it is to me.
Yeah, because let's be honest, you're not here to listen to me to help you decide whether you should be watching it, because you probably already are. It's freaking Demon Slayer. And I just wanted to gush about it a bit because we have one thing we can thank for that. Studio UFO table. You know me, I would die defending Fate if I needed to, Astolfo body pillar in hand and all, and I'm gonna take
cringe.
A few minutes. Even Demon Slayer Season 1 revolved around...
Here's my issue with every new anime, action anime in particular. It's an overload of fucking effects everywhere. One of my favorite fights in Demon Slayer is Tanjiro versus Inosuke, I think his name is. And it's because you can actually see the footwork. They're not overloading it with fucking effects. I'm tired of this like whole like, the prettier the colors are, the better the animation is. Yes, smooth animation is probably objectively good. I'm just saying, sometimes I want to see the way a character moves. Sometimes I want to see the way their hand moves. The way they shift their weight before they make an attack. I don't want my eyes fucking like obliterated by bright colors and effects.
And this wasn't just your typical flashy, no choreography action. There was some really cool shit going on. One of the highlights for me...
I guess he's about to prove me wrong.
Demon Slayer? More like Deep Mid Slayer. When Christ himself resurrected from the dead, performing an impossible miracle for the world to...
Another issue I have with Anitubers is that their jokes are never funny.
Because I think what shines about Demon Slayer is its simplicity. A lot of people like to say, well, Demon Slayer wouldn't be as good if it wasn't for the animation. Yes, your grandma walks in on you watching other shows and she asks, what's that? And you have to explain, well, you see, Grandma, this kid's trying to find his dad, so they use their nen, which is a power, to transport them into a video game, which isn't really a video game, to find clues and...
Is this a bad thing, though?
electricity, and then there's also the Demon
I
Slayer.
think this is the wrong video because I had a video in mind and I remember how he starts the video. It's just not.
Well,
this is not the
breathing. It's incredible. It's a masterclass. It's a new standard for anime.
Okay, I was about to click on another video because I was waiting for that line, and that's where I'm gonna stop watching because I don't think Demon Slayer is the one. I haven't watched the new Demon Slayer. I can't even say anything, but based on what he showed me, setting a new standard for what? Animation. I think KyoAni has that covered. Setting. In what department are we talking about? I'm assuming animation because that's all he's been talking about this entire video. And if that's the case, I just think I just started watching Kobayashi Dragon Maid Season 2 yesterday. I'm on episode 3. Shit's been fucking amazing. That came out in 2021. When did Season 2 of this shit come out? Like, same year? We could take it back further. Violet Evergarden, 2018. A Silent Voice, 2017, 16? I've seen a clip from the fight in Demon Slayer Season 2. And yes, I did think it was just flashy effects and no choreography. Like I think I was just talking about that earlier. Based off of that clip I saw, I was just like, oh wow, they have fight scenes with like zero choreography. All flashiness, no choreography. I made a big assumption. Based on what he showed me, Demon Slayer does have that choreography. The thing is, if we're talking about pure animation, are you really gonna compare? Are you gonna say Demon Slayer set a new standard in the face of post 2015 KyoAni? Even more than that? I haven't even watched the Violet Evergarden movie. But animation is more than just fluidity and choreography. Imagine trying to animate at the level of Violet Evergarden every episode with that level of detail, shading, and lighting, of course fluidity, and weight. That's not something Demon Slayer has done for me. I don't think it's pushing a new standard at all. For shonen anime, I will give it to him. Yes, it is. I think it is pushing a new standard because what he showed me in the video was pretty fucking good. That show was amazing. But for anime overall, I'll even put in some shows that I'm not a huge fan of. I think Your Name, better animation than the Demon Slayer Season 2 movie. I can't think of that. I don't remember shows that I don't like. But yeah, just to throw it out there, yeah, Your Name. I'm just saying. I think saying it sets a new standard, specifically for shonen, yes. For anime overall, no. So with that out of the way, I want to talk about back to Anitubers. That was a lot longer than expected. That was only supposed to last the joke was he was gonna start the video by saying some dumb shit because I think the last time I watched that video or the video I thought I watched, he immediately said Demon Slayer set a new standard for animation, and I immediately clicked off the video. The joke was I was gonna recreate that, but I guess I clicked on the wrong video. Anyway, I want to say in my experience with this kind of content is limited. I think I already said in that video, I might keep it in, but for a good reason. I hate YouTubers that don't get to the point, and I hate people that post the same shit that everyone else is posting about. I'm not an avid watcher of Gigguk. I already addressed this in the fucking video, so I can't tell when he's trolling or just being dumb, or if he's just, playing something up. I can't tell at all, because I'm not a fan of him. I've watched maybe 3 videos from him at most. So yeah, it's not just Gigguk. I don't want to point one finger at him and only him and be like, I have to hate that guy. That's the only person I can hate. It's not just him. I'm not I don't want to make it seem like I'm obsessing over him because I don't off the top of my head, he was just the best example because he's the person that comes to mind because I hate his thumbnails the most. Other people that come to mind, Mother's Basement, I hate his videos. I think his videos are guilty of this shit. So the Anime Man or whatever his name is, the masked anime guy, I think that's his name. I think it's just those are the big 3. I've seen some other small anime YouTubers do that shit, so I'm not a huge fan of it. And just going off of that, I think most anime YouTubers have nothing of value to offer in terms of content. They all post the same shit. I just watched that Demon Slayer video from Gigguk, and all he said was the same thing that everyone has been saying about Demon Slayer already. I guess he just decided he wanted to make a video about it. Okay, cool. It's his channel. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. But what are you offering to the discussion by saying the same thing? We all know Demon Slayer has good animation. And I'm assuming the people that watch Season 2 knows that Season 2 had amazing animation. What are we doing with these videos, These guys, they wait for the newest trending anime, make a video on it as fast as they can. And I want to talk about, I think I addressed this earlier, this supply and demand style of content creation. Because as a small YouTuber, as someone that doesn't ever want to be a YouTuber, I make these videos to I think I put it in my fucking about me page. I like condensing my thoughts on things and just posting as a video so I can maybe watch it in the future or just have it out there so I don't think about it while I should be doing other things that actually matter. I just want to put it out there because originally I said before editing I said I don't blame them, even though in the video I think I'm clearly blaming them. So I want to take that back and say these people are allowed to make these videos. It's just, to me, their videos are, Naruto has a lot of fillers. If you asked me what the filler content of anime videos are on YouTube, the first thing I would point to would be their videos. Their videos feel like filler content. I never get anything out of it. Every anime YouTuber making a video on the same anime, to me that's a bad look, because even small Anitubers do it. I've seen it. There's a channel, I completely forgot his name, but I'm not gonna point him out anyway. His channel consisted of like 5 videos in total. He had like a Samurai Champloo video, and I think his newest video was a Kaguya-sama video. And it's like, wow, you also talked about Samurai Champloo, and you also made a video on Kaguya-sama. That's been done a million times, dog. And here's the thing, it's always about the execution, right? Maybe he's talking about something different, maybe a different aspect of the show that someone hasn't talked about. Say it in the title. Don't make me watch the video to find it. Say it in the fucking title. If you just title your shit Kaguya-sama is a masterpiece, well, everyone else has already said that, so I'm not gonna watch your video. I'm not gonna watch any video discussing that, because everyone on the internet has said that. And I think I already said it about Gigguk, but it's shared across every anime YouTuber besides a few I'm gonna mention at the end of the video. Their thumbnails fucking suck, asshole. The only Anitubers that I could think of that avoid these things are Douchebag Chocolate, rest in peace. Zoini, he's not really an Anituber, and also rest in peace again. UTS, rest in peace, ×3. Plus he started making trendy anime content recently, so I haven't watched any of his newer videos. Orange, rest in peace, ×4. And maybe Scamboli and Glass Reflection. I hate Glass Reflection's shtick though. I think he's annoying. No offense, just my opinion. I don't think he should like kill himself tomorrow. I just think it's annoying, and I don't want to watch his videos because of it. So yeah, that's another reason to hate anime fans. You know, when I see people saying weebs are cringe for whatever reason, I can't even say shit. At that point, I just gotta laugh with them, because it's fucking true. You would think people would at least know what they're talking about when it comes to their own personal hobbies, but apparently not.